Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first ever JCT Talks podcast.
On this, we will be posting every week, and we hope you can come join us.
Every week, there will be a new topic that we talk about.
We also drink delicious tea during our episodes, and we even have tea giveaways every month.
This week, we'll be talking about how sports return after COVID-19.
Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our Instagram. The links will be in the description below.
Now we'll be talking about soccer, baseball, and NASCAR. Let's start with baseball. So 10-year-old Jake Curzon of Illinois, he wrote a letter to Babe Ruth, and it is sitting at his gravestone in his cemetery, and he died 72 years ago. And his letter read, "I thought that you were interested in learning about how COVID-19 has affected baseball." And this is super nice of him, and I love it how he wrote this to Babe Ruth, which is honestly my favorite baseball player of all time, since he was so good. He really changed the outlook on baseball, including Jackie Robinson. So Babe
I'm
Ruth.
sorry, I'm going to interrupt you right there, Jake. So are you talking about Baby Ruth, the candy Baby Ruth, or the baseball player Babe Ruth?
Babe Ruth. So
Okay.
that I do love the candy bar. That candy bar is delicious.
Yes. Just had to clarify things for those.
That's a very good clarification.
Yes.
And this little boy is so nice. He has the same name as me, Jake and Jake. And I'm very happy that he wrote this letter. I would love to see baseball come back. I'm not a fan of baseball. I am a soccer player, so soccer I prefer over baseball, but I'm totally fine with watching baseball. Go Richmond Flying Squirrels! Watch those guys.
Those are a good team.
Yeah, they're a pretty good team, I will say. I like to watch them.
I've seen 5 or 10 of those games.
Yeah, they're
I got a signature from one of those players.
Yeah.
I don't know who. I just threw my baseball at them, and then they just threw it back.
That signature's probably gone down in value. But and then he told Babe Ruth on how the world is being affected of COVID-19 and how they canceled baseball and the Yankees were supposed to restart early, and they are right now, and it's very neat. Callum, did you want to add some?
Yes. So I know that some states are starting their rec ball seasons, and what they're doing is they're taking precautions, because if a kid has the disease, then they can legally sue that rec league, and then they can get canceled. So states are trying to take the precautions seriously, so then they don't get sued, and for the safety and health of all of their players.
Yes, that I found the same with soccer. Youth soccer teams in multiple states have had they're using forms, so it's you cannot sue the team because they're trying to get kids in shape, because the COVID-19 has got you stuck inside for so many months. I think we're on 4 months now, 3 months, correct me if I'm wrong. And all sports were canceled, and you all may have heard now the baseball player, I'm not sure his name, but he touched multiple microphones at an interview for the NBA, and that canceled the NBA. And all the basketball players that were interviewed by those microphones got the COVID-19 virus, and they all survived. But this happens. It's so easily spread, and it's so possible. Cases are still rising in multiple counties and states, so it's not good. But they're returning because people, if you're stuck inside for so long, you can lose the entire social aspect of life, and you can not know how to communicate, and you can really forget these things that humans have developed for thousands of years can be removed.
I remember I play baseball, and I was going out for a tryout, and when I was on my tryout, it was just so weird to see people and actually talk to people. And I remember that feeling. It was just so weird because I haven't like seen a person besides like my family member in so long because of the quarantine and that was just, and it was just really nice to get back out and like, you know.
Yeah, and I will say that's the same with any socialization. So I always take my dog on walks. We always see at least two families in the neighborhood, and it's very nice to just see another human. And I haven't kept track of days or weeks or hours, what time of day it is, because really there's all this free time that's been given. But whenever people talk about all the free time that's being given, there's not actually that much free time since it's gone from you had that week of free time when you were stuck at home, no job, and it's gone to some people are fortunate enough to be able to work at home. And working at home has gone to working long hours because there's no, oh, I have to take a lunch break, I've got to go out of the office, something like that. Working at home is now, oh, you can just grab a salad and eat it at your desk and still attend meetings. And it's made it, for some people, it's made it easier to do their jobs, and some people, it's made it more stressful because it's so much harder to communicate with people. And there's all these things. Right now, we are filming on Zoom, and it's a great program. And I'm very happy that Zoom, Google Meets, Microsoft Hangouts, these are all great programs that have helped departments of work develop, and people are able to communicate with each other with being able to see their face, being able to see their imagery is amazing. In baseball and all the different sports, getting to see people in person and virtually, it's so different from if you're just stuck at home seeing a picture of someone on the computer. Getting to see someone and throw a ball to them and hit a ball and actually having that physical exercise and getting to laugh and talk with other people, it's a great feeling. I will say that. And I would recommend starting to play a sport or get into some kind of physical hobby because these are great to know. Because I've been able to distract myself with soccer through quarantine, and I bet Callum has been able to distract himself with baseball because it's such a great sport.
Yeah, and sports are very
Yeah.
important to to
Yeah, to do nothing. It's very, very boring. So now we will start talking about soccer. So that is the end of baseball. Callum, you have anything else to add?
Yes, I do. So and I know that like yesterday I had practice, and when I went to practice, there was a lot of changes to the field because the season are starting back up again. Like I have a game tonight, and because of that, they did so much to the fields. Like they've blocked off the bleachers so nobody can sit on the bleachers, and I know that they like hung up these type of like ropes where every single person's bag has to be placed for the game so that nobody's bags are too close to each other and nobody's too close to each other. And I remember the other day at practice, our coach was like, okay guys, bring it in, Vikings on 3, that's what our team is. And I know a lot of the kids were like, wait, but we're not allowed to do that, we can't touch each other, you know. And so we ended up just like we ended up just putting our hands kind of like a couple of feet apart doing that. And there is a way, and like there's a way to do sports even during quarantine. And I know like major leagues, if major league starts back again, the bleachers are going to be off limits. Like the stadium is going to be off limits. Only the players can come in, and the camera, and like that's how you can watch the games is from cameras and on your TV. But I've heard players saying that if they do it during COVID, like then like it's not going to be fun because a lot of these players get their motivation from their friends or fans, and just hearing the chanting and all the people around them. So it's going to be hard for sports to start back up, for players to get back into the game, especially in the major leagues.
And yeah, I will add that in the PGA golf tournament, they had one yesterday, and not the official one, but the PGA hosted a tournament yesterday, and everybody's game was off because you're used to the complete silence. And I will say this is very interesting for me to say. If you're used to complete silence with fans, it's different than just silence of nothing. So they usually just have their caddy, golf players, and now it's just fans. It used to be fans just whispering to each other, "Oh, this is going well. Oh, this is not going well." And you can hear the silent whispers. Now the golfers cannot hear that, and frankly, it definitely messes up their game because think about it, if you're used to hearing the whispers or hearing the pencil drop other than, oh, there's three people around you, that's not very many spectators. And golfers feel like, oh, this is very weird, and it 100% messes up their games.
Yeah, and like when they hit a hit, everyone just like claps kind of silently around them.
Yep. And there's only the caddy to clap. One person.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we are going to be heading into soccer. I will be covering the subject, and Callum can add in whatever he would like. So FIFA is slowly starting soccer. Real Madrid just played yesterday, and they won 3-1. Very interesting. They just started up. They're doing sanitizing every single stadium. Qatar actually just built another stadium, and this is being built for the next 2022 FIFA World Cup Soccer Championship, and they dedicated it to frontline workers, so COVID-19 frontline workers, so nurses, doctors, store workers, anybody that is working on the front lines. Thank you very much, and this stadium is dedicated to you. Soccer has been doing a lot of things, and one of the things that the Major League Soccer is doing is that they're foregoing the national anthem before matches because of no spectators. So usually they would have the national anthem, all the players would line up on the field, and it's very fun to watch, and all the fans stand up. But because there's that extra danger of all the players locking arms and listening to the national anthem, they aren't doing that to A, shorter match times, and B, so there's a smaller risk of, so they can contain the virus if a player has it. I know that most youth soccer programs in states are starting, just like baseball, they're taking precautions. So I know in Virginia, as one of the examples, they have different stages. So stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. And right now we are in stage 2. And this is, you still have to wear a mask. And in soccer, you're able to do this, but you just can't touch the ball. So it's just so it contains the virus as much as they can because of all the different things going around. And I will say COVID-19 has really affected everybody, even if you aren't in sports. Boy Scouts. So I'm a Boy Scout, and I am a first class scout, and it's very cool. And I've been working on merit badges, online virtual merit badges, and it's been great. But it's definitely changed the idea of scouting. And to get Eagle Scout, you have to be 18 years or younger, and there's some kids that were about to get Eagle and they're 17 and 10 months, but because of the COVID-19 outbreak and the quarantine, they couldn't get their Eagle and they aged out, which means that they became over the age of 18 in that time. But the BSA, Boy Scouts of America, were very kind to add times to kids that were going to get Eagle. So they added 6 months or however long that they missed. So, and all these different sports are doing it. So travel teams, I know they did tryouts virtually. So Callum had an example of where they did tryouts, but it was very safe and precaution, and they had 6 feet. But I had where you tried out, and the coaches just said, did you do well or did you do not well that last season? And then that decided if you made the team or not. And really, during the quarantine, a lot of players have been cut from soccer because of, oh, they not enough players want to play because, oh, soccer, you can get out of shape really fast. and also baseball, any really sport, you can get out of shape really fast if you don't practice.
Mhm.
So that's really the addition. That's soccer for you. So Callum, if you had anything else to add.
Well, definitely getting out of shape is very easy. Like, I mean, I remember when I was at practice the other day, I like pulled something and I felt that and I needed to take a little break and then my arm started to hurt and then like my knees started to hurt. In the past few practices, my legs in general have just been hurting so much where I've been starting off great, running fine, but then at the end, or even middle, like even my coaches could see that I was going slower, and it's because I was out of shape very easily. I know some of the other kids, they were like already on the team before I was, so they had practice throughout quarantine. So they were kind of in shape, but like recently I've been like going outside a lot and like going on runs and just practicing for hours in a day to just try to get back before I go to practice, you know.
Yeah, that's very, very true. And one of the sports that is physically demanding mentally, but it is not that physical as soccer and team sports, NASCAR. NASCAR started up about a month ago, and they didn't really stop during the quarantine because you aren't in the area where it's dangerous to be next to each other. Driving your NASCAR through the runway, then you aren't at risk, if you can agree with me, Callum, on that.
Definitely.
Yeah, so, and they just had the Dixie Vodka 400 yesterday at the Miami Speedway, the Homestead Miami Speedway, and Hamlin, driving Toyota number 11, he got 60 points and he won the first place trophy. Very good job. I'm proud of you. I watched you the entire time. Truex Jr. in Toyota number 19, he also got first place in the Martinsville Speedway race 2 days ago. So that is very nice. And they are running races about every single week. So if you are bored and you do not have anything else to watch, NASCAR is a great thing to watch, and it's very, very, very interesting. And
It is.
even though I just started watching it yesterday, so I'm not a major NASCAR fan, and I once went to an actual NASCAR race, and you get tire treads, like those, they fling up at you, they hit you, they get in your ears, any crevices of your body, they get in there because they're so, so tiny and weird. It's so hard, but it's so much fun to just watch the cars going 100 miles an hour right past you, and it's super cool. It's a great sport. I would recommend it. Callum, do you have anything to add?
Yes, I definitely I remember a couple months ago, I like went down. When I woke up, I went downstairs, and the only thing that was on TV was a race, and I watched that. They were about like on lap like 300 or something, and I started watching it about there, and I had my eye, and I didn't really know who I was gonna go for until I watched about 30 minutes of it, and then I found the person, and like when you find somebody to watch, it just gets very, very interesting because then you like root for them, and like when they pass somebody, it's always exciting. But I think my favorite part about watching NASCAR is all I love the camera angles in it. It's just for some reason like the camera angles in it. It's just so nice. Like I don't know, it just looks really. It's just so satisfying towards me, and like the noises, like how it's like super far away, and then they just speed right by you, and it's just so nice.
Yes, NASCAR is one of my favorite, if you would consider it a sport, one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah, I
Now
know
let's
that.
take a drink of our tea, since we are JCT Talks. Let's have a sip of our finest teas. Callum and I have been drinking our tea for this entire podcast, and delicious. We love tea. We're looking for some sponsors, so hopefully we will find some sponsors in the next couple of podcasts. And we
If
also,
you
every
are a
single,
sponsor and you're watching
oh
this,
yes,
please
if
make
you would
sure
like
to
to
shout out to
sponsor
us.
us, and donate tea to our podcast, that would be amazing and greatly appreciated. And you have a shout out. And also, we have a monthly giveaway. Callum, did you want to talk about that?
Yes, so the monthly giveaway, we will be giving away tea. We will be giving away a box of tea, and me and Jake will be signing that box, or maybe just Jake, or maybe just me because of quarantine. But if we'll be doing that, and all you got to do to enter is just to DM us on YouTube or Instagram.
Yep, and you need to be a subscriber, and we will be running these giveaways every single month. You just comment down below, and we will find you and come to your doorstep. Yes, you will have a signed tea from our sponsor, so most likely you will have a delicious flavor of tea. All tea is amazing. I like a lot of teas. And we also have a weekly tea. So since this is a weekly podcast, we have a weekly tea. And if you would like to put your awesome weekly tea in the comments, which tea do you think should win this week? So next podcast, next Wednesday, we'll get a shout out at the beginning, and our podcast will be all about that tea. And we will be doing research, and it will be very
also
fun.
If you have any ideas for a topic, every week we're going to try to do a topic. And if you have an idea, make sure to leave that in the comments below. This week was sports, and I guess sports kind of reopening, sports going on, And if you have any other ones, we will have sometimes maybe once a week or twice a month. I mean, once a month or twice a month, we can interview somebody. Just let us know.
And also, if you end up winning our giveaway, and this month it will be most likely because we have 3 subscribers, and if you would like to add to that list, that would be amazing. We will be giving away some kind of delicious tea, and you will be able to join at the beginning of our podcast and talk about how much you love your tea, and you can drink your tea with us, and it'll be so much fun.
Yes, definitely. And you can speak to the amazing Callum, that's me, and
the amazing Jake, don't forget about me, about
definitely
all of your thoughts on the JC Tea Talks. We do have an Instagram and YouTube. If you would like to follow us on Instagram, we have posts at least every week about our fun experiences completing our podcasts.
Or bloopers. I'm sure there's going to be some.
Yes, there will be amazing bloopers. Our intro is also on there, our first ever post. And it is amazing.
That's also the first ever post on this. Ooh.
Yes, it is the first ever post on our YouTube. So it's a first ever post on all of our social medias combined, and it's amazing. And
if you don't have Instagram and you want to follow us on something, then just download Instagram and follow us there.
Download Instagram, and we would appreciate it so much if you subscribed on YouTube. It would be amazing to us and to everybody. And once we can get big enough, we are able to do larger tea giveaways and have much more sponsors, and it'll raise your chances of winning the tea giveaway.
We hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure to subscribe and check out our Instagram. It's going to be linked in the description below.
JC Tea Talks. It's amazing. And please do not forget to like and turn on notifications to this YouTube channel. Again, we're having videos posted every Wednesday. Please come out and listen to this amazing podcast. We'll be interviewing celebrities in your car, on your phone, in your room, in your bed. Listen to it
when you're
anywhere.
Depressed.
When you're depressed, when you're happy, you can listen to this podcast whenever you want, you can listen to it with your family. Please share this with everybody that you know. This would be amazing to us. And have a wonderful day.
Yes, definitely. We will see you all later.
Yes.
And goodbye.
And goodbye.